Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my Walking Dead review. This is for Season 8, Episode 3. Episode is titled Monsters. Could very well refer to the characters becoming like monsters. There's a lot of polar opposites in this episode. Rick is more of the voice of reason now. Daryl just bang, bang, kill them all. Also on Team Kill 'Em All, we have Morgan and Tara, and on Team Live and Let Live, we have Jesus, Rick, I think that's all the major players that are more on the peaceful, let the saviors live type thing. Alright, so this episode pretty much went as predicted, except for one little thing which honestly really grinded my gears watching it. It was honestly a very big disappointment, and it's been the only major letdown for me this season. Don't worry, I'll get into that once I get up to it in my review. I'm, for the most part, trying to go in chronological order of the episode timeline. I'm going to gloss over most of these events because I have this. I want to get my predictions in. And also, I would like to apologize for the missing Fear the Walking Dead reviews. If I can get through this at a decent pace, I'll get those done today. If not, I'll take care of them during the week. I've just been a little bit busy lately and haven't really had a chance to get to those. I will do a summary of how I felt, what I thought of the remainder of season 3 for Fear. I liked it, but I will give an overall review summary of how I felt about it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get down to why you're here, why I'm doing this video. So Jesus, Tara, and Morgan, their group, which seems to be made up mostly of Kingdomers, with the exception of Jesus and Tara. Most people with them have the armor, so Kingdom. They're escorting the captured saviors. They're linked together through rope, which is very smart given what winds up transpiring. And they're walking, and of course, Jared decides to antagonize Morgan, even going so far as mentioning that he's wearing Benjamin's armor, which obviously is going to piss Morgan off. This might be jumping ahead a little bit, but I'm sticking with them these characters for a little bit. Walkers descend upon the hill, upon them. They roll down the hill. It was pretty funny. They're walking and they hit the hill and they just all fall down. Like they have no sense of balance. They just roll down the hill. And they bite down on a few saviors. Some saviors opt to stay and let the Kingdomers dispatch the threat. Whereas on the other end, we have Jared, who takes his little group that he's attached to and flees into the woods, pursued closely by Morgan and others thereafter, but Morgan is about to execute them, and then we'll get to what ensues there. But right now, I want to jump to what really irked me about this episode. Literally, since I've been watching the show, a lot of pointless stuff has happened. A lot of unnecessary things have happened. A lot of stupid things have happened. Andrea, they really botched her character, things like that. But to me, this is quite possibly the most pointless thing in the show ever. Definitely top 5 of the most pointless things. I put it top 5 just because it's just so ridiculous that I can barely put it into words. Even prepping for this review, I'm at a loss for words. I can't accurately put into words how this makes me feel. So I was pretty psyched that they brought Morales back. I predicted it. I knew it was going to be him. I'm like, yes, they left it on a nice cliffhanger in episode 2. That really pumped me up for episode 3. I was psyched. I'm like, all right. So Rick's in a bit of a bind. He's either gonna get captured or somehow find a way to knock out Morales and take him captive, something of that nature. But no, they literally brought back Morales just so they can kill him within a couple minutes of him being there. He didn't even get a full freaking episode to do. Like, this is a season 1 character. Was he one of the most important characters? No, but he was one of the guys who helped Rick out in the very beginning, helped vouch for him to Shane and the rest of the Atlanta group that he helped them. And for them just to bring back a season 1 character, original character, he was in that core group in season 1, just to kill him is the most idiotic, pointless thing to do. If you're gonna have Rick be taken at gunpoint by somebody just to kill him, just make it a random savior. Just make it some guy like the guy who he killed. The girl's father, Gracie's father. Just, I don't know, like, that makes me feel like they just brought him back just for fan service, just to be like, hey guys, for your diehard fans who still know who this guy is, here he is, up. Now he's dead. Like, just to me, that seems a little bit far-fetched and idiotic to me. I know some people are going to disagree with me, but I'm having a discussion with several people who agree with me on how pointless and idiotic it was to bring back a character like that who had a decent amount of screen. He had a decent amount of screen time for only being in 5 episodes in season 1. You know, he had some comedic relief, the officer-friendly thing. He helped out. He was a tough guy. He defended the camp during the Walker attack in episode 4. You know, he was a good character, and I just felt it was a waste. It was a tremendous waste of a potential character that could have been around for at least a couple more episodes. I wasn't expecting him to live on seasons upon seasons of the show, but at least get out of this little situation. Maybe he rejoins Rick at some point or sacrifices himself in the war. You know, like a Darth Vader type moment. Like when Darth Vader sacrificed his life to kill the Emperor. Like something like that. Have a moment of clarity like that where he comes back, like, wait a second. This isn't right. And then go out like a hero. You know, go out like a Merle. Something like that. That big moment. To me, just, I apologize for going on, but it just really got to me that they went in that direction. I'm still a fan of the show, and I'm still super excited to see just how All Out War plays out on the screen. I was just hoping that they would have Morales around a little bit longer. Daryl could have crept up on him and knocked him out. Like, he knew Okay, it'd be one thing if he didn't know who he was and Bloom killed him, but he knew it was Morales, and he still killed him. He knew who it was. So he was aware of what Rick was doing. They were talking. Was it nice to see Morales? Yeah. I'm glad we got the Officer Friendly. He said Officer Friendly died along the way too. Now, he went through some stuff. He lost his family. He lost his mind. Probably on the verge of committing suicide or something before the Saviors found him, but I don't know. I can't really go any further than this. That it was stupid and it was a very poor decision. And I stand by that. I don't care what anybody says at this point. I stand by that. There was so much potential there that they could have done with that character and wasted it. Gone. Why even bring him back in the first place if you're just going to kill him? That's like they brought Morgan back for like one episode and then just killed him. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you can't do that. Am I expecting Morgan to be around forever? No. He's outlived his comic book counterpart, so he's a wild card at this point. Okay, maybe I'll circle back to Morales if I come up with some thoughts, but that was only a portion of the episode. Okay, so that Rick and Daryl then fight their way out of the building with Aaron's help, who rejoins them after leaving Eric by a tree. Potential season 1 callback to Jim being left by the tree. Now, that's a tough thing because they need Aaron wound up really helping Rick and Daryl out. But I don't even know if they would have even gotten. I don't even think they could have gotten to the kingdom in time to save Eric. I don't know if they could have. Maybe if they took a car. But yeah, there was an exit wound, which is better, but which makes it easy. The odds of surviving greater. But I don't know if they could have saved him anyway at that point. Gut shots like that are pretty difficult to survive. So that happens. I love you. They kiss, and Aaron goes to rejoin the battle, and eventually go help out Rick and Daryl. Okay, now we have Morgan versus Jesus. One of the other big moments in the episode. It is actually my number one moment. Just saying that now. Morgan's going all execution style on the Saviors. He shoots one point blank in the head. As he's about to just mow them down, Jesus comes and starts fighting them. And they start fighting. It's ninja fighting ninja. It was a really good fight. It was idiotic. Like, what are you doing? Like, so many things could have gone wrong at that point. It's a tough decision. It's a tough position because these people clearly did surrender. So where do you draw a line of kill or not kill? In one perspective, at one end, Morgan's right, and the other, Jesus is right. That you can't really, at this point, they have to really just go with the keep them captive thing. Because they can't let them live, because they'll just go back to Negan and that'll strengthen him. And they have all the knowledge of who's with who, where they are, who's where, that's more information for them. So they can't let them go, so it's either take them captive or kill them. At that point, when they're at the hilltop, just let them at the hilltop. They're already there. But I do understand Jesus a little bit, that somebody is surrendering. It's morally, it's not okay to just shoot someone who's surrendering. And no, this is not like a whole Carl thing. Okay, the Carl situation in season 3, That boy was not surrendering. They said to drop the gun. He did not drop the gun. He walked closer, holding the gun. And while I was watching his eyes, he was like looking over, trying to see, okay, little girl, baby, old man, I can make a move on them. Like, he was thinking about making a move on them. He was not surrendering. Carl was in the right to shoot that kid. That was a different story. These people clearly did surrender. So what do? You have people surrendering, unarmed, throwing their guns down. So at that point, I kind of do agree with Jesus, but initially, you kind of gotta just go. Like, when Morgan and the two guys got shot, they just needed to mow them down. Like, they just... So they fight, and then Morgan said he doesn't belong there. He knows he's not right, but that doesn't make him wrong either. Tara chimes in saying, you're right, because she's obviously team kill. Alright, Ezekiel and his group appear surrounded. You hear the whistling, and they their hands up, ready to surrender to the saviors, and then boom, the saviors get flanked. Other kingdomers flank them and take them out. Still, no casualties from Ezekiel's group. Still have not lost one of their ranks, so his little prophecy is coming true. Gregory rolls up, coward that he is, to the hilltop, claiming that what he did was heroic. I was on the side of sanity and peace. Cal's delusional. Cal shows up and just gives him the finger. That was funny. Now, this is another situation. They could easily just leave Gregory out there to die, or... I mean, that wouldn't have happened because Jesus would have shown up and been there anyway, and he would have wound up getting in. But Maggie... I love this line. When they let him in, she says, he's not worth killing. Not yet. Now, hopefully Father Gabriel does not end up dying as a result of this, but he's in a perilous situation, and I'm hoping... It seems like we might find out more about his situation in episode 5. I don't think we'll get to it in episode 4. Episode 5 is something going to be at the sanctuary, so we'll see. Jesus shows up with the prisoners, and then Gregory's all, they don't belong here after what they did. Like he has any say in what goes on anymore. Jesus says we can't kill them, and we can't let them go, so they settle on that. Aaron saw Eric walking away as a walker, but he's advised not to go after him. It's smart, because once one of those walkers in the herd there sees him, it's going to follow him, and we don't need that herd coming upon anybody yet. So, smart, unfortunately. Sad he couldn't put him down, but what happens? He takes baby Gracie to the hilltop. Now, it's unclear at this point if he's going to raise him as his own or what's going to happen with that, but we shall see. There is no baby Gracie in the comics that I know of, unless they do it in the future, but... Alright, Todd shoots at Rick after they mentioned that Todd was killed in episode 2. He was not killed in the second episode. Chris Hardwick said on Talking Dead that he was. He was not. He was inside the compound when the Alexandrian rolled up on the outpost, Aaron and them. So he was inside. He was not there. Yes, Rick and them are at the same outpost as Aaron and them. Rick and Daryl they just went around a different way, but Todd obviously was hiding somewhere where nobody's found him. Rick offers to let him live on his word when he tells if he tells him where the guns are. Todd says that the guns were moved to Gavin's outpost, which is where Ezekiel is heading to. Daryl shoots him down. Another moment of like, come on, Daryl. Like, Rick said this guy could live. He gave him his word. Now he's gonna kill him. Like, and Daryl's gone rogue. Still like him as a character, but he's gone rogue. Alright, and as Ezekiel's team arrives at Gavin's outpost, they take out some guys outside. Gunman opens fire, just mows down people. Some Kingdomers jump in front and save and protect Ezekiel. Carol had already gone off at that point by herself. And Walker Kill of the Week is the Hill Walkers. Not that much happened Walker-wise. Okay, top 5 moments. 5 is the ending between Ezekiel machine gun at the outpost. 4, Walker's descending on the Kingdomers, taking the Saviors to the hilltop. 3, Morales and Rick. Ordinarily, that could have been a number 1 scene for me, but the way it played out was very disappointing. 2, Ezekiel's men flanking the Saviors, and 1, Morgan versus Jesus. Now, this episode was really lining up to be a 10 out of 10 for me, but I'm going to knock it 0.5 and give it a 9.5 just because of the mishandling of the Morales situation. There was a goose egg there. They could have done so much with that. But they went in the bad direction, killed them. That's all I have to say on that. This video is running a little long, so I'm probably going to end that here, but you know what, maybe Morales was under the dumpster. Alright, I'm going to end this one here, and I will catch you shortly with my predictions. Deuces.